Ancient Rome shaped the modern world in ways we still feel today, from law and language to engineering and military strategy. But beyond the usual textbook stories, Rome was full of incredible achievements, surprising innovations, and cultural quirks that reveal just how advanced this civilization really was. In this video, we'll uncover 10 fascinating facts about ancient Rome that go far beyond the clichés. From concrete that outlasted empires to postal systems, social welfare, and even advanced medicine, you'll see why Rome continues to captivate us centuries later. So, let's dive into history's most powerful empire. Fact number 10, Roman concrete that outlived empires. When you think of Roman architecture, you might picture crumbling ruins. But here's the surprising part, many Roman structures have lasted far longer than our modern buildings. Their secret was opus caementitium, or Roman concrete. Unlike modern concrete, which eventually cracks and weakens, Roman concrete actually gets stronger with time. The magic ingredient was volcanic ash. When mixed with seawater, it triggered a chemical reaction that allowed the material to heal itself. That's why structures like aqueducts, harbors, and temples have stood for nearly 2,000 years. The Pantheon in Rome still holds the record for the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world, an engineering marvel that modern builders still study today. Fact number 9, Rome had its own postal system. Long before email or even medieval couriers, the Romans had their own postal system, known as the cursus publicus. It was created by Emperor Augustus to send official documents and messages across the vast empire. Relay stations were set up every 8 to 12 miles along major roads, each stocked with fresh horses and riders. This allowed messages to travel hundreds of kilometers in just a couple of days, an astonishing speed for the ancient world. It wasn't available to ordinary citizens, though. The postal system was strictly for government and military use, making it one of the earliest examples of state-controlled communication infrastructure. Fact number 8, bread and circuses, Rome's social welfare. Rome wasn't just about conquest and glory, it also had one of history's first large-scale social welfare systems. To keep its population fed, especially the poor, the state distributed free grain every month. But feeding people wasn't enough to keep them happy. Emperors also staged grand spectacles to entertain the masses, gladiator fights, theater performances, and massive chariot races. This gave rise to the famous phrase, bread and circuses, a political strategy to maintain order by satisfying both the stomach and the appetite for entertainment. It's a reminder that while Rome gave the world law and infrastructure, it also perfected the art of crowd management. Fact number 7, public toilets and sewers. Yes, the Romans had running water, aqueducts, and even public toilets. The Cloaca Maxima, Rome's central sewer system, drained water and waste out of the city and into the Tiber River. Public latrines were common, with stone benches and holes carved side by side. Visiting the restroom was actually a social activity, people sat next to each other, chatting as they went about their business. Instead of toilet paper, Romans used a sponge on a stick called a tersorium. The same sponge was shared among users, rinsed between uses. It might not sound appealing today, but at the time, it was cutting-edge hygiene. Fact number 6, Roman medicine was surprisingly advanced. Roman doctors weren't miracle workers, but their medical knowledge was ahead of its time. They performed surgeries with tools that look strikingly similar to modern scalpels, forceps, and bone saws. Military medicine was especially advanced. Roman legions had field medics and organized medical corps, making them one of the first armies to have something resembling mobile hospitals. Romans also understood the importance of public health. Aqueducts brought clean water into the city, while sewers and public baths helped limit the spread of disease. For a society 2,000 years ago, that was revolutionary. Fact number 5, entertainment beyond gladiators. When people think of Roman entertainment, they usually picture gladiators fighting in the Colosseum. But Roman entertainment went far beyond that. The Colosseum itself could be flooded to stage naval battles called naumachii, where ships clashed in miniature sea wars. Meanwhile, theater, poetry readings, and circus races were also hugely popular. The Circus Maximus, Rome's chariot racing stadium, could hold an incredible 250,000 people, 4 times more than the biggest stadiums today. In short, entertainment in Rome wasn't just an event. It was a massive industry designed to awe, distract, and unite the people. Fact number 4, citizenship as a superpower. Being a Roman citizen came with enormous privileges. Citizens had the right to vote, appeal in court, avoid certain punishments, and even claim tax benefits. Rome used citizenship as a political tool, gradually granting it to conquered peoples. This helped unify the empire by creating a sense of shared identity. In the year 212 AD, Emperor Caracalla extended citizenship to nearly every free man in the empire. This decision created millions of new citizens overnight and reinforced Rome's control across continents. Citizenship, in many ways, was as powerful a weapon as the Roman legions. Fact number 3, libraries and publishing. Knowledge was a big deal in Rome. Wealthy Romans collected scrolls in their private libraries, while emperors sponsored public ones in major cities. Books were painstakingly copied by scribes, creating an early publishing industry. Owning a well-stocked library was a mark of prestige among Rome's elite. The Library of Trajan, for example, housed thousands of scrolls and stood as a symbol of Rome's devotion to learning. In many ways, it was the ancient world's equivalent of the Internet, a vast storage of human knowledge, open to the public. Fact number 2, Rome's navy and the Mediterranean. Rome is often remembered as a land empire, but its dominance at sea was just as important. The Mediterranean was so thoroughly controlled by Roman forces that they nicknamed it Mare Nostrum, meaning our sea. The Roman navy pioneered clever inventions like the corvus, a boarding bridge with a spike that let soldiers storm enemy ships as if they were fighting on land. With this naval power, Rome secured trade, crushed piracy, and ensured that the empire's resources could flow freely across 3 continents. Fact number 1, the fall of Rome was complex. We often imagine Rome's fall as a single dramatic moment, but the truth is far more complex. The decline of the Western Roman Empire stretched over centuries, driven by multiple causes: political instability, corruption, economic strain, invasions by tribes, and the sheer difficulty of managing such a vast territory. Rome didn't vanish overnight. Even after the empire fell in 476 AD, its legacy continued in the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as Byzantium, which lasted another 1,000 years. Understanding Rome's fall gives us valuable insight into how even the mightiest civilizations can crumble, not from one fatal blow, but from many small fractures over time. Ancient Rome wasn't just an empire of battles and emperors, it was a civilization that shaped law, language, engineering, and the very foundations of our modern world. Which of these Roman innovations surprised you the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your insights. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with a fellow history enthusiast, and subscribe to MindForge for more fascinating stories from the past. Until next time, keep forging your mind with knowledge.